tell you a story today. The story of an everlasting friendship. The story of an indomitable desire to laugh. And the story of an uncertain voyage that was definitely not ordinary. So friends, fasten your seatbelts as we embark on the journey to discover and decode ourselves with our teacher come pilot, the Lord of Learnings, presenting to you Rendezvous with Lockdown. Walt Whitman once said, keep your face always towards the sunshine and the shadows will fall behind you. Once upon a time, somewhere, somehow, there existed a world, carefree, exciting, joyful, ignorant. Looking back now, it seems as though it was as perfect as a dream. But suddenly, out of the blue, something never seen around, never heard about, never imagined, happened. Something so tiny yet so powerful locked us in our homes. Indeed, COVID showed us that big things always come in small packages. Yes, my friends, COVID-19 pandemic and the subsequent lockdowns exposed us to the mirror that we deliberately ignored for years. COVID proved to be the mom of all moms because it slapped us, locked us, but eventually bettered us. I am completely sure that each one of you present here will agree with me when I say that life before lockdown and life after that is like the two poles of earth, 180-degree opposite. Before lockdown, life was fun. After lockdown, it is just sanitizers and masks. Before lockdown, life was the taste of street-style pani puris. After lockdown, life is the experience of buying packaged food. In a nutshell, before lockdown, life was life. And after lockdown, that life is just a dream. A few years back, while passing by a laundry, I read a quote. Not a quote. That said something very comical, yet very influential. Problems are like washing machines. They twist us, twirl us, squeeze us. But we come out cleaner, brighter, and better than before. I always admired it, but 2020 made me realize its true meaning. So today, I stand before you with the qualification of living a life less ordinary. Lockdown times are the times that we have all lived, loved, and hated together. But accept or not, lockdown has taught us some life lessons that each one of us will be grateful to live for the rest of our lives. Lockdown, the Lord of Learnings, shared a very interesting friendship with me. So today, I take this opportunity to share my tales of friendship with you to summarize those golden lockdown lessons for you. Before lockdown, when was the last time we remember we spent a day with our family alone? When was the last time we remember we chatted with our distant relatives or spoke to our grandparents about their health? Let's think about it. My first lockdown lesson is understanding the value of relations. Somewhere down the road, we took our blessings for granted, but lockdown taught us the true meaning of family time. I'm happy to declare that lockdown gave us all over 2 years of partial holiday, over 2 years of complete family time, and a lifetime of joy and belongingness in our relationships. Lockdown, the Lord of Learnings, proved to be the best teacher. Won't you ask why? Because it not only took the test first, but also punished us first and taught the lesson later. After all, sweeping, dusting, mopping, washing utensils appeared to us as punishment first, but added to our credentials and expanded our skill sets later. Jokes apart. My second lockdown lesson is that lockdown gave us the time to dive deep within and unearth the lost interests, talents, and passions that were somehow lost behind in an endless race. For all I knew, my mother is an excellent teacher, exceptional comedian, and an even better cook. But lockdown showed me that she is much more. An artist, a dietitian, a manager, a doctor, a superwoman. Something that I believe in much more now. An age-old saying goes, health is wealth. But prior to lockdown, health was not really more important than wealth was it? That brings me to my third lesson. Value your health above anything and everything that seems important to you. My Nanaji often says this, health is not the measurement of BP, sugar, or pulse. Health is not merely wealth, but it is something that keeps you alive and kicking in the most desperate times. On one trip to a beautiful beach in the lap of Andaman Islands, I asked my brother, who is 3 years elder to me and a science enthusiast, a very peculiar question. Why does it happen that when we are at the beach, we don't realize how time passes, but when I sit to study, time does not pass at all? And he answered almost immediately, Lavu, that's Einstein's theory of relativity. By the way, time and tide wait for none. Now, as my friends from the humanities stream will know, that as a student of the humanities stream, I didn't really bother about the first part of the statement, but the second part. The second part impacted me to an extent that it became my next lockdown lesson. Time and tide wait for none. Lockdown showed us that regardless of everything, life moves on. So if nothing is in our control, then why to worry? Let's just smile and swim along with the tide. Honestly, this time gave me the joy of doing mischief without the fear of punishment and made me look at the knowledge that is beyond books and that this world is full of. You won't believe. This time has seen my brother and me becoming the defective detectives and embarking on the journey to solve mysteries that perhaps never existed. Anyway, the point is, enjoy your childhood. Because if you don't do stupid things now, you'll have nothing. You'll have nothing to smile about later. One of our family's most favorite group discussion topics is college days. My father tells me that his college professor often said this one line in his lecture, recreation is the lubrication of the mind, macha. And though I can't try that without getting embarrassed, I can at least tell you that this is my next lockdown lesson. Recreation is the lubrication of mind. A well-oiled machine works faster and so does a well-recreated mind. Lockdown taught us that the more often you take a break, the faster, the farther and the better will you be able to run. I put forward to you my last and final lockdown lesson, which is to remember the former lessons today and always. Because remember that lockdown is that washing machine. We are those clothes and these lessons are what make us brighter. Because remember that if we face the sunshine of positivity, then the shadows of negativity will fall behind. Wait, I must now share with you a secret between me and my best friend, the Lord of Learnings. Lockdown, the Lord of Learning, gives us all a mantra, a code to a better me. He wants us to remember the mantra of Shakti, the Sanskrit for power. S for spending time with your family, H for health is wealth, A for augmenting our skill set, K for keeping our childhood and the joy that comes with it above everything, T for the fact that time and tide wait for none, and finally I for imbibing this mantra in our lives. Chanting this mantra, he says, gives us the power to be the change. Wait. I am not done yet. Lockdown, the Lord of Learnings and his cousin, the COVID-19 pandemic, have warned us that if we don't better ourselves as humans, they will come again. As I conclude, I promise to be a better me. I promise to be humane and not just human. I promise to be grateful and not just great. I promise to fill the canvas of my life with the most vibrant and optimistic colors and sketch for myself a masterpiece. As I rest my talk, I ask you all, will you all share my promises? Because remember, it all starts with us. Thank you and may you have a great day ahead.